Former Vice President Joe Biden scoffs at freedom. China tests a nuclear-capable hypersonic missile. And Pete Buttigieg vanished for a couple of months and nobody even noticed. All this and more tonight on Embers of Liberty.
Welcome to Embers of Liberty.
Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America.
In the Council of Government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Inherently and historically opposed to secret society.
We, as Americans, have the capacity now, as we've had in the
decided
past,
long ago
to do whatever needs to be done
and unwarranted
to preserve this last and greatest bastion of freedom.
Far outweigh the dangers
In this present
to
crisis,
justify it.
government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
Welcome back to Embers of Liberty, where we're gonna go butt gigging. Giggity. If any of you listen to Steven Crowder, he doesn't call Pete Buttigieg Pete Buttigieg. He calls him Pete Buttgig, and I find it so hilarious that I die laughing every time I hear it. And now all I think is Pete Buttgig.
Pete Buttgig.
Buttgigging.
Buttgigging.
What is buttgigging?
I suppose it's like frog gigging, but for butts.
Well, I mean, I assume it has something to do with a love of trains. Because that's what made him the transportation secretary.
He loves trains.
Because he loves trains.
Something tells me, though, they're not the choo-choo type.
Something tells me you're probably right. It has been a long 2 weeks since we got together. And how were your past 2 weeks?
Still recovering. I just lit all over my computer. Still recovering, as you can probably hear in my throat from all this junk, man.
Just sinus junk
Like
and
the whole last 2 weeks has been ridiculous.
all of it, dude. One of them. So
But it's not been too bad.
no Cody tonight, so I don't have to worry about him.
Cody's with his family.
Yes.
Celebrating his dad's birthday.
And also mourning the loss of his sister-in-law's mother. She
That's completely understandable.
had a tragic car accident, and
She passed away.
we're very saddened by that. His sister-in-law is a pretty great lady. Known her for many, many years. And our prayers are with you.
Yep.
So,
How was your week, dude?
well, my last 2 weeks were pretty uneventful. Went to work all week. Week before last, it was a so-so work week. And Joe's mic is off. This is fantastic.
Keep going. You're good.
Oh, wait, no, that's my mic.
Oh, they're mixed. It's okay. We're good.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right.
Wait
we're
a
good.
second. You've got us mixed up again.
It's okay.
Damn
We're
it,
good.
Joe.
It'll be all right.
You had one job. Anyway, so I don't know. Regardless, anyway. So, I went to work Monday through Friday. Or no, Monday through Thursday. Had the day off on Friday. And Saturday I went and got my kiddo from Cave City, Kentucky.
Cave City.
Yep. Terrible drive. It's much longer than previous drives. But that's what happens when your child lives in Indianapolis and you live in Alabama. So, anyway, spent the week with her. Pretty good week. Played disc golf a couple of times with her. She's getting better at throwing.
Nice.
Slowly but surely. And took her home yesterday. And now we're back to freedom things.
Heck yeah.
So, anyway. Well, weeks are covered. So, in the traditional Embers of Liberty fashion, let's talk freedom things. So, first off, let's get straight into the fact that former Vice President Joe Biden literally scoffed at our freedom in a town hall.
Yes, he did.
Like, literally. And I made a Facebook post about this after I heard it because it bothered me on a deep level. If the President of the United States is scoffing at your freedom, he's no longer the president. He is a dictator.
Emphasis on the dick.
Yeah, emphasis on the dick. But I mean, frankly, that's what he is. He's a dictator at this point. Like, this is not how elected officials behave. This is how dictators behave. At first it was, we've had patience, but our patience is worn thin. I don't give a shit about your patience. Quite frankly, I'm tickled to hear you say that.
Exactly.
And now it's, get the jab or you're fired. And you absolutely should be fired, because this isn't about politics or your freedom. This is about saving lives. Okay, except for it's not about saving lives at all.
Control.
It's about controlling the general population. And that's the problem that I have with all of this. And we all know my situation. I've already made my contingency plan in case I do end up having to go get vaccinated. I don't care about the vaccine. That's not my issue. My issue has never been the vaccine. My issue has been the choice. There are some of us who are in a position to quit their job and be okay. I'm not one of those people.
Right.
I'm not in a position where I can sustain myself and properly care for my child. So I have to make a decision based on my circumstance. And I suggest that everyone look at their own individual circumstance and make that decision for themselves. I put in a religious exemption. I'm hoping that they honor it and that I can opt out with testing or whatever. But ultimately, if it comes down to it, I have to take care of me and mine.
Rightly so.
Because that's what a man is supposed to do. I'm supposed to take care of myself and my family.
Right.
So anyway.
That being said.
What are you? Oh, no. Hold on. We got to get into the town hall clip first in the Discord.
Okay, here we go.
So if you go to the Discord, Joe, down on the bottom. There you go. Go to the Embers of Liberty.
It's hard to see from out.
Up at the top. Ah, there it is. That's it.
Is it right there?
That's it right there.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
So make sure you mute. It's okay. It's already muted. So that's good. Just pause it.
Okay. Ready when you are.
Okay. So get us. See, this is the problem with not having a Cody.
It's okay though. We'll make it work.
We struggle when there's no young Jamie here, and it's quite frankly annoying. But
so Beth,
I also
if you
understand.
Come in here.
Yeah, Beth, if you want to come in here when you get chillins to sleep, we'd welcome it. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and take it away.
Should police officers, emergency responders, be mandated to get vaccines? And if not, should they be stay at home or let go?
Yes and yes. Those who just try to make this a political issue. Freedom. I have the freedom to kill you with my COVID. No, I mean, come on. Freedom.
Okay, pause it.
President Biden demands.
First off, I have the freedom to tell you to go fuck yourself.
Eat a dick.
Second off, thank you, Joe. Second off, I have the constitutional right to overthrow you if I see fit. Because
like, there's some words that I want to say, but I feel like we're going to get swatted if I say these words.
You are no longer a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. You are a tyrant dictator shitbag. And you absolutely do not deserve the privilege and honor of being the president of the United States. You are a communist piece of shit. You are a senile bag of bones. I fucking hate Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden. Fair enough?
I mean, the only thing I can, like I said, the only thing I can really add are words that would probably get us swatted. So,
well, let's not do that. I would rather not have to open fire on a police officer, which, you know, somebody kicks in the door, first thing I'm doing is I'm going for the gun. Okay? Sorry, that's just how this works. If you haven't noticed, I'm pretty fired up.
Yeah, we're both pretty pissed this week.
It's a shitty situation to be in because first you have this senile bag of bones that doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, who honestly forgot what he was doing in this town hall. At one point, he literally is talking about the ports in Los Angeles and the other place that I don't remember what it is, but I'm smart enough to say the other place that I can't remember. He, instead of going, you know, the other place I can't remember the name, he goes, what am I doing here? I'm sorry, what? Also, at one point, he clenched his fists like this out in front of him. Like he was getting ready to buzz in on Jeopardy. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, seriously? Are you the great cornholio? You want TP for your bunghole? Like, that's the images that come to mind. He's either trying to buzz into Jeopardy or he's straight out of Beavis and Butthead. Do America.
Does it show it in this clip?
I have no idea because I haven't watched this clip. I just pulled up the first one that was...
Going.
Yeah, let's keep going.
First responders who fail to comply with vaccine mandates lose their jobs, and mocking people using freedom as a defense for not choosing to get the vaccine. This is New York City announces a vaccine mandate for first responders and city workers. And here now to react is New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik. Good morning to you, Congresswoman.
Mark this, you piece of shit.
Great to be with you, Ainsley.
So good to see you. So what's your reaction when you hear him say that?
Hey, Skelly's here.
My reaction is this is absolutely absurd, and sadly, it's very typical of Joe Biden and the Biden administration to attack Americans' everyday freedoms. First of all, their backs on law enforcement.
What she has to say is relatively unimportant. It's not consequential because we've said pretty much everything that needs to be said about it. Fuck you. I hate you. You do not deserve the honor and privilege of being the commander-in-chief of the United States of America.
Right.
Like, you don't deserve it. Well, the other part, though, let me find a full clip of his town hall shenanigans. You know, I didn't get to pull up
the heck
video clips today. I was busy working on other stuff. But yeah, we'll let this play while I find the rest of this.
So this is what we think of his town hall.
Let's go, Brandon. Hey. Let's go, Brandon. Hey. Let's go, let's go. Hey. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. You know what they saying, ho?
You know what they saying, ho?
Let's go, Brandon. You know what they saying, ho? Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. You know what they saying, ho? Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Hey, you know what they saying, ho? Hey, you know what they saying, though? Hey, you know what they, yeah, you know what they, hey. And I say it with a passion as I pull off in the Aston. Don't nobody like his ass, huh? Tried to cover up and tell the people, go Brandon. But we know what they saying, though. You can hear the chant in every post. Don't nobody want this commie cause we not in China. Everybody hated Trump and now they out to catch a body. That's what they get for treating us like we in Squid Games. Green light mandate like he's insane. These times people waking up to everything. Go Brandon, but we all know what the saying mean. Let's go Brandon. Let's go Brandon.
I think they get the point.
I freaking love that song.
I do too. It's become the unofficial song of conservatives across the nation, and I don't even like rap. Like, that's not my thing. But You know what they're saying, ho?
You know what they're saying, ho?
So anyway, I sent another link to the link repository, as one does. And, yeah.
Yeah, let's see how. Is that it? Is it?
Yep, that's it.
Okie
Don't pay a cent.
Look at that New World Order.
Yeah, basically. Okay, are we gonna hear words or no? Like, what is this crap?
Yeah.
Okay.
With 40% of all products coming into the United States of America on the West Coast go through Los Angeles
Here it is.
what am I doing here?
The Long Beach.
I don't know, what am I doing here?
About that, with just in terms of inflation, because you had told us at a town hall, I think it was in July, that this was just near-term inflation. The Wall Street Journal recently talks to like 67 financial experts who said that they saw high inflation going all the way into
rocket slugging robots.
A gigantic disadvantage.
Mr. President, the question was on the
not distracted.
which was a big campaign promise that you made. You talked about that along the campaign trail.
Yeah, and I'm going to get it.
Hold on, pause it.
And,
Did you notice how Anderson Cooper quickly came to his rescue when he started going off the rails? Like, he was just like, whoa, Mr. President. The question was about, like, where am I? What color underwear am I wearing?
We're going to put a gig in tonight.
Where's Pete Butt Gig? Anyway, go ahead.
if I don't, I'll be sleeping alone for a long time.
Some tells me you already do.
Do you have plans to visit the southern border?
I've been there before, and I haven't. I mean, I know it well. I guess I should go down, but the whole point of it is I haven't had a whole hell of a lot of time to get down. I've been spending time.
Hold on. Wait a second. This man literally spends every weekend away from the White House. Wait a second. Didn't they jump on Trump over that? For not being at the White House every day? The answer to that, of course, is yes. They did jump all over Trump for that. So it's only a problem if the president's a Republican.
Everything is only a problem if the president's a Republican.
That's true. And the SAC even goes into this as, you know, he's driven through there. Okay, yeah, he drove through there.
Ooh.
Big fucking deal. Okay, let's actually stop at the border and see what the problem is, rather than just, I don't know, driving by. What are you going to do? Shoot paintballs at the kids in cages that were, you know, erected the first time you were in office as vice president?
I have to admit.
Former Vice President Joe Biden? Like, what are you doing?
You have to admit.
I don't have to admit shit.
That it would be fun if we had a helicopter and we could patrol the border with paintball guns.
That would be awesome. That would be my dream job. Tuck, 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 tuck. Or airsoft guns.
Anything. I don't want to shoot nobody.
No, I don't.
Some of these people
legitimately
want to come
here.
here.
Yeah, some of these people legitimately want to come here, and that's fine.
But also,
but
they're not doing it legally, which means I can shoot them with paintball guns.
Correct. This is how the world works. So
I
anyway,
love capitalism.
Go ahead, let this play.
Going around looking at the $900 billion worth of damage done by hurricanes and floods and weather and traveling around the world.
What the hell does that have to do with the border?
I plan on, now my wife Jill has been down. She's been on both sides.
You know what that's got to do?
Because his wife is the actual president at this point.
Well, no, it's because every time we elect a Democrat, all of a sudden the environment is the number one issue. But all of a sudden, when Republicans are president, it's weird how all of a sudden the scientists are like, well, the data wasn't exactly correct, and things aren't as bad as what we thought. But then a Democrat becomes president, and they're like, "Shit, guys, we're going to die tomorrow." You know why? Because they know that Democrats are going to fund their scientific projects.
Exactly.
They know Republicans aren't.
Republicans, what? So it's not at this point. It's not even about Republican versus Democrat in my mind. It's about facts versus fallacies, because Republicans and libertarians, as we are, value facts above all else.
Right.
We're not going to sit here and play your little semantic games.
Right.
And to let them twist all of this stuff the way that they have, to make it look like we're anti-science and anti-vaccine and anti-gay rights and anti-whatever the fuck you want to put anti in front of.
We're anti-everything.
We're anti-everything. We hate everything.
The only thing we don't hate...
And to be fair, I do hate all of you.
And to them, the only thing we do
not
hate...
and not my fellow like-minded individuals, but the far left, I hate all of them. They all suck.
To them, the only thing we don't hate is Jesus.
And guns.
And guns.
By God, I do love me some Jesus, and I do love me some guns. Dale, yeah!
Dale, yeah.
Anyway, go ahead and let this continue. There's more great stuff in here.
Circumstances there. She's looked into those places. You notice you're not seeing a lot of pictures of kids lying on top of one another with
because there's no fucking cameras there, dude.
I haven't seen any pictures.
Wages are actually up for those who are working, because for the first time in a long time, employees are able to bargain. You're the boss. You want me to work for you? What are you going to pay me? How are you going to do it? I'm not being facetious.
All right, I got. And the business owner, I got to stop that one.
Hold on. First off,
that's not how it works.
That's so it is how it works
if you have skills.
But
if you have skills,
it's not only if you have skills. It's if the market demands it.
Yeah.
Employees have the right to not work wherever the fuck they don't want to work.
Right.
Just like they have the right to earn employment from where they do want to work.
Right.
When you enter into an employment agreement, you are entering into a mutually beneficial agreement to sell your labor for dollars. Okay? At the end of the day, yes, employees have all the power in the world to drive up wages. The problem is when they're having to drive up wages because of inflation that your administration is causing, and because they're lazy and don't want to work for minimum wage with minimum skill.
Like certain jobs should not pay $15 an hour. I'm sorry,
no,
they shouldn't.
There's McDonald's in some. It's a northern. I can't remember which one. One of my friends that lives up north, I think in Michigan, posted that there's a McDonald's there paying $21 an hour.
That's more than I made in a factory.
That's
without air conditioning.
That's literally almost as much as I make with my good ass contractor job.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but if you're going to pay me $24 to flip burgers or $21 to flip burgers, you really think I'm going to worry about going to that job? No, I'm going to go work at McDonald's. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, and then you can say whatever you want on the internet.
Exactly. Which, I mean, I already do, because okay, so we actually had a ethics training.
Ooh.
Well, no, and so here's the thing with the ethics training. It was one of the scenarios that they gave you was somebody that works with somebody else saw another person that they work with on TV wearing company attire.
Oh, gotcha.
And their political views did not align with the political views of the person complaining. And it was only an issue because their political views didn't align. She even went as far as to say, I don't think I can work with someone who believes these things anymore. And the general consensus in the meeting was that this is not a him problem, this is a you problem. Like, you are to blame for you not wanting to work with someone because they don't think the same way as you. If everybody thinks the same, nobody is thinking.
Right.
That's how this works, okay? I can say whatever I want.
But you shouldn't wear the company stuff while you're doing it.
I don't wear company attire.
Right.
I don't mention the company that I work for. And I do not say that these are the views of the company that I work for because, honestly, I don't know if they are or not.
Right.
And I don't speak for that company.
Right.
So, I'm covered. I can say whatever the fuck I want as long as it's not an incitement to violence or against the law.
Right.
Or a threat to national security, which nothing that I say will ever be a threat to national security.
Until a day comes that it has to be.
Well, I mean, but that's a different scenario. That's not the same as, I'm giving away government secrets on the internet, I'm not going to do that because I love my country. I hate the president of my country. I hate the left side of the aisle in my country because they're all dumb. They know nothing. They literally... Dan Bongino puts it best. We think that liberals are people with bad ideas, right?
Mm-hmm.
They think that we
are just Nazis.
Are bad people with ideas,
right?
Rather than being people with bad ideas,
right?
We're Nazis because we don't believe in white privilege and we don't believe in, whatever
critical race theory,
critical race theory or critical racism theory is probably a more accurate term. Regardless, I can say whatever I want. And that's as long as I'm not invoking the company.
Right.
And I never will because I've never even said what company I work for on this podcast.
Right.
And I'm not going to because it's A, it's none of your fucking business. And B, I would rather you not call my company and be like, hey, this guy's saying all kinds of obscene shit. Because I really don't say anything that's that obscene. I mean, I drop the F-bomb a lot, but that's, if you know me, you know.
If you know, you know.
But anyway, so this town hall shows you just how useless this president is. He's literally a useful idiot. He is a tool of the left. He is not fit to be the president of the United States.
You know what pisses me off, though? Like, all the people that we know that voted for him, they just get quiet and they just don't say nothing. And it's like, your silence speaks volumes.
It really does. And the fact that his approval rating is in the low 40s, high 30s speaks volumes about what the majority of the country thinks of him. I saw
Justin, the majority wants what he wants, Justin.
Yeah, okay. That's about as correct as Bernie Sanders saying that 2 senators shouldn't be able to keep what 48 senators want from happening. Oh, I'm sorry. You did the math wrong, buddy, because it's actually what 52 senators don't want versus what 48 do want. So, I mean, I would love to see what math class you went to that excluded an entire,
believe it or not,
group of people.
I actually got into an argument with a dude. I think it was not before last. He thinks things are better now than they were a year ago.
Like, fuck they are. They're way worse.
Like, as a business owner that uses a lot of gas.
Oh, I'm sorry. To your point, because I know where you're going, your cost of business has went up tremendously.
Tremendously.
It cost me $49 to fill up my gas tank to go get my child.
Yep.
I have never spent more than $40 on a tank of gas.
It's funny because it's funny you mentioned that because we filled Beth's car up this evening and it costed almost $50.
Yeah.
And I've never, no, it was almost $40. Never.
Not even, but I filled up from empty, like empty.
Yeah, me too.
So, like.
The light was on.
This shit is ridiculous.
Yeah. Like, and usually, last summer, I could fill up Beth's car with $23 from empty.
Yeah. But so much better.
I could mow yards almost all week. Like, just for gas for my equipment on $20.
Joe, it's so much better.
No, it's
sucks. It's so much better.
This sucks.
It's so much better, though, Joe. It's just so much better.
You know why it's better? Because we don't have those mean tweets. We don't have Mean Orange Man making a dick of himself.
Stupid.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, that president was an idiot too. But daggum, if our country wasn't a little better off though with him.
No, that was me.
Yeah, I got you.
My stupid count. Okay.
Like, I mean,
And
like
boy,
even though
if
we're
you-
libertarians, like our country was still better off with Orange Man than we are with
So much
whatever the
better.
heck this guy is.
Is Matt, are you going to keep count of the stupids? I feel like Matt's going to keep count. Anyway, so we can go ahead and move on from this and go to the border. You know, because he made the comment that he had been to the border. I sent another link to the link repository. Yep. Matt, I would appreciate it if you did keep up with that for us. That'd be great.
Yo, I had to excuse my coughing and I'm still kind of getting over some of that junk.
Roll it.
It's the sack.
It is the sack.
It's America's
Hold
sack.
on. Wait. Before you play it. Today on We Hate Her.
It's the sack. America's sack. The ginger sack.
You got to unmute it, bud.
The ginger sack.
The ginger sack.
The ginger sack. She's not fit to be America's sack.
She is not fit to be America's sack.
Last night. Why did President Biden say he has been to the border?
Well, Peter, as you may have seen, there's been reporting that he did drive through the border when he was on the campaign trail in 2008, and he is certainly familiar with the fact, and it stuck with him, with the fact that in...
Did she just say 2008?
Yeah.
Hey, Sack, it's 2021. Like...
Yeah, it's been 13 years.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been a hot minute since he's been
a minute. They got in rain since then. Like,
no, they got whips since then.
Yeah,
they got whips.
Oh yeah, they got the whips. Yeah,
they got the whips.
In El Paso, the border goes right through the center of town. But what the most important thing everyone should know and understand is that the president has worked on these issues throughout his entire career and is well versed in every aspect of our immigration system, including the border. That includes when he was vice president, and he went to Mexico and Central America 10 times to address border issues and talk about what we can do to reduce the number of migrants who are coming to the border. He worked in a bipartisan manner with senators like Ted Kennedy, Harry Reid, John McCain, and others to push for comprehensive immigration reform. He does not need a visit to the border to know what a mess was left by the last administration. That's his view.
Does that count
Hold
as
on.
a visit? He said,
What mess? What fucking mess was left by the last administration? Oh, Captain, I take no responsibility for anything ever. Former Vice President Joe Biden. Like, what are you talking about? Literally, what are you fucking talking about? Do you know how to speak English words?
No, because she's the sack.
That's right.
All she knows is
anyway,
flapping in the wind.
Go ahead. What? Because Pete Ducey is the only reporter in that pool that actually does
for
reporting.
a few minutes. Does that count?
What is the root cause? Where are people coming from who are coming to the border, Peter?
The president said that
I'm
he has
asking you.
been
I'm
to the
asking you a
border.
question because I think people should understand the context.
No, you're
Where do
answering
people?
the question
Where do
with a
people?
question. I'm asking you if that
Okay, I'll answer it for you. People come from Central America and Mexico to go to the border. The president has been to those countries 10 times to talk about border issues. There is a focus right now on a photo op. The president does not believe a photo op is the same as solutions.
But he said,
That may be a difference he has with Republicans.
But that's not what he said either. He said, I guess I should go down. So does he think that he needs a photo op? Is that what he's saying? Is that
He
what you're
doesn't.
saying?
And that's a fundamental disagreement he has. I would say the former president went to the border at least once, maybe more. You may know the numbers. How did that immigration policy result, Peter? That immigration policy resulted in separating kids from their parents.
Started
building a
under
border
Obama.
wall that's feckless and that costs billions of dollars for
No,
taxpayers.
you're feckless.
The president fundamentally disagrees on how we need to approach the immigration issue.
Anything changed at the border between 2008 when he drove by and 2021?
aside from the fact that migrants are still coming to the border through the course of Democratic and Republican presidents, and the need to reform the immigration system is even farther long overdue? No, but we need to work with Democrats and Republicans to get that done. I think we're going to have to keep chugging along here. Go ahead.
Let me ask you. This.
Okay. First off, the fact that she speaks to people the way she does,
government officials should not be comfortable with talking to us the way they do,
is fucking infuriating. Second, Biden whispers to us like we're fucking children. Third, Pete Ducey makes a pretty damn good point. Like, has anything changed? Yes. Yes, it has. Things have gotten worse. Does a 5-minute drive through the border count as going to the border?
Negative.
No, it does not. Is this about a photo op? No, it's about seeing what your immigration policy is doing at the border.
I got a quick question.
What the fuck about this photo op? What's your question, Joe?
When we finally boog, can I have the honor of spanking the sack?
Yes.
Yes!
You may.
Yes.
And then we will tar and feather her.
Yes. But I want to spank her first.
So, like, it's not a photo op. It's not about a photo op. It's about seeing what your policy is doing at the border currently. Yeah. President Trump went to the border. Yeah, they took pictures. Was it about the pictures? Nope. It was about going and seeing what changes his policy made. Okay? That's what this is about. That's what the SAC doesn't quite understand. Like, we're not stupid. Okay? We know what's happening. We know that this administration is not taking responsibility for the things that they are doing. Period.
Right. Right.
End of story. Like, that's what this is about. You're not taking responsibility for your own actions.
But Justin,
basically
because of them, we have almost the entire country, or the majority of the country, vaccinated now because they've done such an awesome job.
Okay, the majority of the country was vaccinated prior to the mandate.
Something like 75%. But the mandates are working, Justin.
Hold on. Something like 75% of all the eligible people to be vaccinated were vaccinated prior to the mandates. The people that you targeted with these mandates literally just doubled down on their position of, I don't want the fucking vaccine.
Right.
And you have no right to tell me that I have to get it. And then put me in the situation of lose your job or get vaccinated. Like,
and there's a lot of people out there.
That's fucking outrageous. There was a guy at work turned in his resignation already. Like, I've literally seen people turn their resignations in already.
Did you get his number? We need him.
No, he's an older guy. He, like I said earlier, he's in a position where he's like 2 years from retirement. He probably has a bunch of money saved up. He's been working for the company for like 20 years.
Probably has a wife or somebody else working.
Like, okay, so I'm not going to make any money for 2 years, maybe. Also, I'm entitled to withdraw my retirement, like, in its entirety, and then
you just go be a door greeter at Walmart.
Yeah.
Well, no, because Walmart's going to make their people do it too.
Unfortunately, probably. But here's the other thing. Like, you see Southwest, who, Joe Biden says, had nothing to do with the vaccine mandates. Had nothing to do with the vaccine mandates. Nothing to do with them at all. Nothing at all. Nothing to see here. It was weather and what am I doing here? What are you fucking talking about? They literally said, we're not doing this.
Yep.
Like, they literally came out and said, we're not taking this vaccine.
And then all of a sudden, Southwest is like, oh, we're not going to mandate it.
Yeah.
Like, right after that happened.
Huh. Shocker. I don't know if you saw the pictures, but there was literally Gadsden flags hanging out of the windows of the cockpits of airplanes.
I didn't see that. I know that there's police officers doing that, though.
There are police officers that in Seattle that have literally, gotten on the radio and said, this will be the last time that you hear me on the radio because I'm unclean. And it's bullshit. Like, they are creating a problem. They are literally a hammer in search of a nail.
Yep.
It's fucking ridiculous. Matt, you're going to have to explain the In-N-Out Burger.
Okay, so In-N-Out Burger got shut. They're
the one in California.
California shut them down.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Because they refused
I know what he's
to
talking
mandate.
about now.
Yeah, okay, but other people may not know. So they refused to mandate or check people's vaccination status before entering. They're like, we're not going to enforce this junk. This is bullshit, basically.
Correct, because it is bullshit.
And so California's like, well, fine, we're going to shut you down then.
Like, I don't know how much more evidence that you need that this is going to get worse before it gets better, but it's going to get worse before it gets better, and chances are we're going to end up in the middle of a civil war, and, like, it's just bullshit. Hey, Kyler.
That's Kyler.
Yeah.
Like, who the crap is this?
Yeah. So anyway, we can go ahead and move on from the town hall and the border stuff because...
Well, let's just answer a few little...
Honestly...
we don't have much...
We don't really have any questions because Probst isn't here for some reason. I don't know where he's at.
He might be watching the Alabama game.
Shame on him.
Hold on, let's give an update just for our people listening on the Alabama game.
If you're curious about the Bama game... the current score is 38-24 Bama.
Man, Tennessee ain't doing too bad.
And it is 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Still not doing too bad, though.
Tennessee's got a tough team this year. They really do. Are they Alabama tough? No. The last time Tennessee beat Alabama, I don't know if you know this, but the iPhone didn't even exist. Okay?
But I remember it. And it was a magical day.
I remember it as well, but that was back when Alabama wasn't really all that good.
That was before Saban, I do believe.
It was before Saban. Anyway, so moving on. So, damn it, I can't even think now because I'm just so fucking pissed off.
Oh, dude, like, was it Thursday night? I didn't even go to sleep till after midnight.
Yeah, that's what you had said.
Because I was just, you can ask Justin, I was like messaging him. I was just so pissed off. Like, I was just, like, the state of our union right now, it just pisses me off.
So, let's,
It's Probst.
Ah, he's here.
Hello.
Anyway, so let's move on to China. Big bad China.
Oh, speaking of, the state of our union that's about to get the shit nuked out of it.
Hey, Joe, it was a space program. Space program, man.
I mean, you could use a space program to nuke the shit out of somebody.
Space program, not military at all. Okay? No. Bad, Joe. How dare you talk bad about the Chinese?
But Justin, it's going to be okay because we have a transgender health secretary.
Hey, we'll get to that. On topic.
Well, I'm just saying, like, China is like, we're about to nuke the shit out of everybody, and America's like, we can't decide whether we have a wee-wee or a vajayjay.
Hey. Peen goes into vagine, okay?
There are only two genders.
There's
we are not wrong.
Literally two fucking genders, okay?
That is science. That is science, not science.
That is not
science.
To science. That is science. You know, I've kind of figured out that we more closely resemble Louder with Crowder than we do Ben Shapiro meets
probably.
Joe Rogan.
We're more
because we're more comedy oriented a lot of times.
We're more that show. Yeah, that you just said.
Louder with
we're like Louder with Crowder meets Joe Rogan.
Yeah, that's probably closer.
I would say we are very Rogan-esque.
Yeah, we're pretty Rogan-esque. So anyway, I sent another link into ye ol' link repository. Matt, you really need to go back and listen to me rant about Joe Biden in the first, like, I don't know, what, like 5-6 minutes of the Scoffs at Freedom segment. So, wait, is this CNN? The fuck
is what you put?
What did I pull up here? Oh, it is CNN. Whatever. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but CNN has literally had no day in October where any of their programming has reached over 1 million viewers. None. In the first 2 weeks of October, 0 programs with over 1 million viewers.
I forgot. What's this dude's name?
That guy is Wolf Blitzer, and he is a communist shitbag as well. So, you can go ahead and full screen that. And let her read.
Concern tonight about China's military capability.
UFO in the background.
The country recently tested a nuclear-capable hypersonic missile. CNN's Brian Todd is working
as it comes flying in the background.
Wolf, missile experts are worried tonight about China's new missile capability. There's a new report indicating China could soon be able to deploy a nuclear-tipped missile that U.S. defenses would find much harder to detect.
Not much harder, impossible.
US officials tonight closely monitoring China's missile program, following a report of a possibly ominous missile test. The Financial Times, citing unnamed sources briefed on the intelligence.
So the United States Intelligence Department did not even know it happened until it was reported that it was happened.
This happened in August.
We are effed. They didn't even bring the lube.
We'll get to
They
this.
shot it straight up our bumhole.
Pretty much.
Without the lube.
No, what they did is they shot it up in the air, it circled the globe, and then went straight into our ass.
I mean...
reports China tested a nuclear-capable hypersonic missile in August. The report says the missile circled the Earth before speeding toward its target, demonstrating an advanced capability in space that, quote, caught U.S. intelligence by surprise. Today, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, while not commenting specifically on the Financial Times report, said this.
We watch closely China's development of
clearly not
armament and advanced capabilities and systems.
This guy's the one in charge?
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah, that guy.
The one that's like, oh, well, you know, it's just a thing. We're watching it.
So...
I'm glad I bought that mask. I'm glad I bought that gas mask. I'm probably going to need it.
So, you know what makes something hypersonic, right?
Oh, it goes faster than the speed of sound.
No.
Right?
That's just supersonic.
Okay.
Hypersonic? 5 times the speed of sound.
Oh, nice. Let me see if I can... No, we're all the way up.
It's just going to be one of those quiet
I think it's
ones.
just, it's just a quiet clip.
You know how they do sometimes.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead and let dumbass Lloyd Austin talk here.
That will only increase tensions in the region.
China denies testing a hypersonic missile.
It's quiet on our end, too.
Quote, routine spacecraft experiment, and implying it was for civilian purposes. But analysts say if the report is correct, China's not only got a missile that can fly at 5 times the speed of sound and is more maneuverable than a standard ballistic missile.
Because they're fast and they can avoid detection, they can decrease the amount of warning time we have and the amount of decision time that leaders have to respond to a crisis if hypersonic weapons are used.
The idea that China might have fired a rocket into full orbit with this missile on it is disturbing to experts.
If that's true, then we now have to start worrying about whether every Chinese satellite might not, in fact, be a disguised nuclear warhead. This is a very, very destabilizing development.
This summer, it was reported that China began construction of what experts said were more than 100 new silos for intercontinental ballistic missiles in the western desert of China.
What is very clear is that China is pushing to develop its nuclear capabilities, its strategic intercontinental capabilities, significantly beyond what has been the case for the last 4 decades, 5 decades.
And China, according to U.S. officials, has been more aggressive recently in testing its weapons.
As of the end of last month, September of 2021, the PRC had launched at least 250 ballistic missiles this year.
But China's not alone in developing hypersonic missiles. The U.S. and Russia are also working on them.
That's it. Let's like at least what, 2 a day?
Claimed North Korea test-fired
1
a
a day?
hypersonic missile with a warhead that could detach and glide.
Well, what I'm concerned about is an unconstrained ballistic missile and hypersonic missile race in East Asia in future years. We know there are military tensions between China and Japan, between the Koreas, between the United States and China.
Experts are increasingly concerned about North Korea's hypersonic missile tests. Where did North Korea get the technology? Analysts say it's possible it could have gotten it from China or Russia, but they also say
No
China
shit.
and Russia have expressed concern over North Korea having that capability. So it's possible the North Koreans
Yeah,
could
because
have
North Korea
developed
hates
that
everybody.
hypersonic capability all on their own.
Yeah, a little fat boy over there.
He hates everybody.
Anyway, so first off, yes, they tested a hypersonic missile that's nuclear capable. Okay. Here's the problem with China. Okay. China has not been involved in a major conflict since the 50s. Yes, they've had skirmishes. China is mostly a big dog that's all bark, no real bite. And I say this seriously because when you look at China as compared to the United States, military-wise, we have been in nonstop conflict since the early 90s, pretty much. What's China been doing? Poking people? Your soldiers, first off, don't have combat experience. Second off, are probably constricted and don't really want to be in the military to begin with.
You mean conscripted?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Whatever. I say the wrong word sometimes. It happens. I reserve the right to be wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? But so what you'll see is you're going to see a lot of show, not a lot of fight. In my opinion, we don't really have to worry about China unless they nuke.
You seen the second Red Dawn?
Hold on. Unless they launch a nuclear weapon, we don't really have to worry about China. But if they launch a nuclear weapon, what do you think is going to happen to them? The rest of the world's going to be like, no, fuck you. And then no more Communist Chinese Party. None of it.
We all going skating on China.
We will go skating on the glass that was China.
Yeah.
Okay?
But that being
the
said,
problem is if Russia, Iran, North Korea.
I feel like if one nuke goes off, that ain't going to be the only nuke going off.
I don't think so, but I think what you're going to see is it's going to be a retaliation against the country that launched the initial nuke. And by the time that happens, it's all over.
I really think that once the red button's mashed, that red button is for everybody, not just...
I agree completely. But I think the fear of what happens if they mash that red button...
It's keeping them from mashing
is going to keep them from mashing the red button. Not to mention, China has a lot of problems at home right now. I don't know, and this is partly financial corner stuff, but I don't know if you know about the property developer Evergrande that's in China.
I've heard of it.
So they have $300 billion worth of loans they're defaulting on.
That's a lot of money.
Because China decided they were going to build a lot of empty houses for the people, and then nobody's renting them. Nobody's moving into them. Nobody's living in them. So the property developer is making no money. They've tried to sell their headquarters. It fell through. They've tried to sell several things, and it's all fallen through. And the default date is in 5 days.
Speaking of default date, well, that would go to...
Because the 28th of this month is the last day of their grace period.
Isn't ours like next month too? Something like that?
So we're not at a default date. We're at a debt ceiling thing.
That's right, yeah.
And we can talk about this later. I'd like to finish China. Well, no, and that's not even a financial corner thing. I don't worry so much about China unless they hit the big red button. It's an alliance between China, Russia, Iran, Afghanistan now, because, they have a substantial amount of military equipment that former Vice President Joe Biden decided to leave over there. And, any of those countries that fundamentally disagree with our way of life. It's a coalition of those countries that I have fear of. Because when you look at the grand stage of the world, there are more countries that align with the U.S. than there are China. And the U.S., sadly, spends a lot of money on protecting those countries by giving them defense infrastructure. So I don't really see where a war with China is inevitable. I think that China is going to poke the bear, and they're going to reach that. They're going to scamper back home real quick when they realize what's coming.
I don't know. Don't know.
I think ultimately, I think what you're seeing in all of this is we have problems at home that we're trying to distract from. So, show of force.
I think war with China's coming. I think that's inevitable.
I think it's coming, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as what a lot of people think. I think that an aggressive Chinese Communist Party is going to get their absolute shit kicked in the first time they cross over into Taiwan.
I don't know. We'll see.
Because it's not just the United States that has a vested interest in protecting Taiwan from China. It's pretty much the entire world. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. And yes, Matt, the first default date was in mid-September. But with the expansion or the extension of the debt ceiling, you know. But and to go on to that point, because we've been gone for 2 weeks, so we kind of have a lot to touch on.
Yeah.
To that point, if this infrastructure bill that they keep saying costs zero really costs zero, why are they having to increase the debt limit?
Because it costs money.
Yeah, because it's going to increase the deficit.
Right.
No matter what you say, it is going to decrease. It is going to increase the deficit. And then you have the people who are like, we need to get back to a surplus like we had with Bill Clinton. We didn't have a fucking surplus with Bill Clinton. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
I thought we did.
What, with Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
No. What he did was he stole money from Social Security to make it look like he had a surplus.
Oh,
the national debt rose every year since the late 70s. Like there's no surplus that's ever been ran in the United States in recent time. Okay, that's just not true. So like I said, I think that China is talking a big game right now, but they're mostly harmless. And I think that if they do decide to strike, they're going to get the ass kicked real quick.
I don't know. That's one thing I think I have to disagree. I'm kind of with Probst on this. I feel like our military technology is falling behind.
Trust me, as somebody who works in the field, it's not.
I just don't know, man. I don't know.
First off, we already have, and we
China's
already have some of these capabilities.
But China's already kicking our butt on the digital front.
Via intellectual property theft from the United States. Yeah, they're taking stuff from us and making it better. Not to mention, about the most aggressive they've been is, unleashing this Kung Flu upon all of us and trying to cover it up. Like, I think out of everything that I've seen, I think that...
Yeah, I have to agree with Probst on this. Like, I feel like if it caught us by surprise and we're like, oh shit.
It caught us by surprise because we didn't think they were developing that technology. And we do have hypersonic missiles. Like, make no mistake, we have them.
I don't know, man.
We just don't have nuclear-capable hypersonic missiles. We don't have force fields yet because our government doesn't know how to spend money. That's why.
It's like we would probably have force fields if our government knew what they were doing.
So, anyway, like I said, we have hypersonic capability, but our hypersonic capability is not meant for nuclear warheads. It's meant for conventional explosives. It's meant to strike targets before they can defend.
See, here's the thing. If they're using, hypersonic missiles and they hit key locations before we can even do anything about it, that can take out our ability to retaliate.
And that's true. But what you're talking about, you have to...
That's not even taking into consideration air blasts.
Hold on. Is China going to invade the mainland United States?
I think they'll try eventually. I think they're going to try eventually.
I think they're not stupid enough to try to invade the country with the largest standing military in the world. Because you don't have to be enlisted to be part of a militia.
If you are an able-bodied man, you are part of the defense of this country.
Correct. I mean, you can have California. Like, go ahead. Take them.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, they'll take California first.
That's fine.
That will be where the ones they take first.
Take them, and then we'll turn that
maybe
entire
Alaska
state to glass.
Maybe Alaska.
They don't want Alaska. It's too cold.
But that'll be a good place to put a foothold.
Maybe. If you want to invade Canada.
But, see, they could come down through Canada. Not that the Alaskans wouldn't kick some ass, or at least, the few that do live there. I'm just saying there's not a lot of people that live there.
Yeah. Matt's kind of on my side with this. I don't think they're ever going to try to invade us. I don't think they have the power to, and they know that. Like, the United States is not going to go anywhere unless the United States
we're going to collapse
does
ourselves.
something to itself.
We're going to collapse ourselves. I mean, you talk to a lot of people that are talking heads right now. They're wondering if we are not seeing the last days of America.
I mean, it's like I said on 4th of July.
It
felt like the last one.
Yeah.
It felt like the last true celebration of what this country is.
And we'll see, because here it is, we're about to go into November in about another week.
Yep.
And so...
8 days.
We're 8 months. Would that be 8 months away from... No, we're 9 months away from the next 4th of July. What?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, a lot of things can happen in 9 months.
And that's true. But...
Matt, you're going to have to move a Cindy somewhere where fat people can live comfortably.
Yeah, for real. I'm not moving to the fucking jungle.
I'm not living in no tropical nothing.
No, me neither.
I do not like ball sweat.
I don't like ball sweat, and I don't like things getting rusty because of humidity. Which, obviously, Alabama's not the ideal place for that, but...
but if grid's going to be down, I want to live somewhere that's not freaking balls hot.
Yeah, at all times. I sleep hot. If I'm too hot when I'm trying to sleep, I can't sleep. So I'm going to be miserable all the time. Fuck that.
Matt, like, I'm going to need at least, like, upper Midwest. Like, where it's not, like, ridiculously cold in the wintertime, but it does get snow. Like...
Yeah, Matt, I agree, Matt. I don't like other people's balls.
Because you got to think, Matt, we're probably not going to be taking a lot of showers.
No, we're not. We're
so
not.
you're going to be smelling my ball sweat if we're down in the tropics. Like,
this went from China's nuclear capability to ball sweat
because
real fast.
You got to think, if we're all sitting in bunkers with each other, like fighting some Chinese, you don't want to be smelling other guys' ball sweat.
Oh my God. Anyway,
mine. I'm going to tell you, like. Mine does not smell pleasant.
No, I don't think any ball sweat smells pleasant.
And somebody probably going to be like, how do you know what your ball sweat smells like? Like,
because
sit down on the toilet.
I exist over my own ball sack, you dumb shit.
Sit down on the toilet after you've been out working in the middle of the summer. Like, just, yeah.
Hey, Matt, here's the thing, though.
Matt, actually.
Fucking hate Ohio.
But here's the thing, Matt. No, you can actually be very productive. As somebody that's in horticulture right now, you can actually be very productive in the wintertime. You just got to know how to do it.
Yep.
Just got to know how to do it.
Also, I would like to peacefully recommend Indiana because it's flat. You can see everything. Unless it's in a cornfield. It's majority flat. It's really like it's flat as shit.
Yeah, but it's Indiana.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd be closer to my kid. I have my own personal reasons for this, okay? I mean, he makes valid points. Yeah, there's no ocean. It's perfect. We don't need a Navy. We just need some F-15s and maybe some nukes.
I just want to be somewhere where the mountains are. That's me.
By the way, guys, if you haven't looked at the description today, merch store, it's in there. Go check out some cool stuff. Get some freedom threads.
No, Matt, that's what we would have to. We would have to build greenhouses. But if with a greenhouse, we could produce food efficiently if we had, enough greenhouses. And actually, I planted a fall garden, and it produced lettuce. I had lettuce, broccoli, kale. I think there's some other things, and it grew the kale. The kale is a superfood, and the kale I had to end up actually pulling the kale out of the ground because it grew the entire winter into the next spring growing season.
Yep. Okay, so we've gotten way off topic now, which is fine because we're pretty much done with China anyway. I would, however, like to address the butt gig in the room.
Butt gig?
Yeah, the butt gig.
In the room.
Oh, he's not here. Kind of like he took 2 months off.
What?
To take care of his children. And nobody fucking noticed. Like, I'm sorry. We're in the middle of a supply chain crisis, and you are the Secretary of Transportation. Why the fuck are you taking 2 months off?
Butt plug.
Butt gig. Pete Butt Gig took 2 months off in the middle of a supply chain crisis to be with his gay husband and take care of 2 newborn twins. I'm sorry, but no, you have work to do. Get to work. Like, I understand paternity leave is important. I got like 3 days when my daughter was born. 3 days.
When Bryson was born, I took a week. But it was off my own vacation, like paid vacation time. And then Beckham, I actually went to work, I think, the next day.
Yeah.
Like after we got back from the hospital.
Yeah, you definitely did.
Like I didn't go back, not the next day after he was born because I stayed at the hospital with him.
Yeah.
But as soon as we got home from the hospital, I think the next day I went to work.
Regardless, 2 months of
or at least
paid
that
leave.
Next Monday, I did.
2 months of paid leave for a taxpayer-funded position because your gay husband didn't give birth to anything because, I'm sorry, but you have to have a vagina to give birth. Why did you need 2 months?
Because they like to pretend.
Like, what? When you take paternity leave, it's because you're caring for your wife or significant other who has given birth.
You got to remember though, they like to pretend. They like to pretend they're like the straight people. Because
but Joe, they are not. They are the gays.
I know, but just like the people that where the man was trying to breastfeed the baby. Have you seen that?
Yeah, that's bullshit. You can't do that. You don't have memory glands.
They like to pretend. They like to play pretend and think it's real.
Well, let me clarify something. I know I said they're not the straights; they're the gays.
He's beautiful and brave.
I have nothing against gay people.
No,
okay?
No,
not at all. And I know,
but don't pretend.
But here's the thing:
quit pretending.
If you are a man,
you are a man.
You can't give birth. You can't breastfeed. You don't need to be taken care of.
Right. You have to have you just gave birth.
Okay. Paternity leave is meant to take care of a newborn and a wife recovering from giving birth, and to bond with your child.
Like we're for
I'm all for paternity leave,
but 2 months.
2 months on the taxpayer dollar. Fuck you. Get your ass back to fucking work, Pete Butt Gig.
And I mean,
stop worrying about.
I can understand 2 months for the if you're a woman.
Listen. Stop worrying about butt gigging. Okay.
That's what it is. He wanted to do some butt gigging.
Stop
That's what it
worrying about
was.
butt gigging and get back to fucking work.
He
Okay?
wanted to do some booty butt gigging.
Supply chain crisis. You are the Secretary of Transportation because you love trains. But not the trains that you think you love. The other trains.
He likes the butt gig trains.
The butt gig trains. That sounds so homophobic, and we're definitely not. But it's okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing.
If
Funny wins. I don't
Yes.
care. Funny
Yes.
wins.
Just like that goes in the new Dave Chappelle thing. Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
He's pretty much just like, he's like, a woman is a woman and a man is a man.
Did you watch that?
I listened to the snippets like on
Okay.
the
I
podcast.
I watched most of it. It wasn't really all that funny to me.
Yeah.
Personally. Nothing against Dave Chappelle. Just don't think his stand-up's all that funny. Chappelle Show? Fucking comedic genius. Chef's kiss. But his stand-up, not for me.
He has like snippets that are just like he could win awards just for that like 10 seconds. You know what I mean?
I did find it quite comical that he had an idea for a movie, and it was aliens came back to Earth.
Do you know Jonathan Parker?
I do not. So the political spectrum is
Libertarian.
conservative-leaning libertarian.
Yeah, conservative leaning libertarian.
Anyway, so Jonathan, welcome to the show.
though. By the way,
Yeah,
we welcome you here, man. That's
you're all are welcome here.
Yeah, we love freedom. We ain't liberals. For sure.
And honestly,
But we're also not like douchebag like Republicans either.
it's so Jonathan seems to be of a like mind. So we welcome you, Jonathan.
Yes, welcome. Where are you from? If you don't mind.
Yeah, if you don't mind, share where
You
you're
don't
from.
you don't have to give us like your address or nothing.
Yeah.
Just
No.
Dutch.
Dutch.
Are you
Holy shit!
serious? Like, are you from Deutschland? Like, wait, is that wrong?
That's the wrong country.
That's
you
like
dumb
Germany.
shit.
That's Germany.
Well, thank you, you, Jonathan. So yeah, I mean, we do this.
Dutch. Like, what country is that? Educate us.
Educate us, because I think I know the country, but I'm not going to say it because that one.
Netherlands. That is so cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so Max Verstappen, Formula One racer. If you like Formula One, John, welcome to it, because I love Formula One.
I would live in the Netherlands.
I would too, except for their communist-leaning stuff.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even live in the city. I would go live in like a Viking
that's
village.
true.
Like, I want to go live in a Viking village.
Yeah. Let me grow my beard and leave me the fuck alone. How about that?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Make axes and junk.
So, Jonathan, we do this every Saturday at 8:30 our time. We try to interact as much as possible.
Usually what we do is we cover a subject and then we interact with the comment section. But we didn't recognize you, so we didn't want you to like leave. So we wanted you to stick around. So we commented, we discussed that. But normally we hit a subject and then we come back. And the whole show isn't like all seriousness and politics. Some of it is, some of it's funny, some of it is conspiracy, some of it is financial. Like we're kind of just a talk show that we do every Saturday night.
Yeah. So every Saturday night, 8:30 our time is when we start. But the best way is to know is to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and like our videos.
So Jonathan,
and also go buy some Freedom merch.
I think this other guy's from the Netherlands too that I watch on YouTube. His name is Bjorn, something Bull Hansen. Bjorn Andreas Bull Hansen. He does like prepping stuff. He does like crap. He's tired of the crap going on in the world. He does hiking stuff. It's pretty cool. But if you know that guy or you watch him or you have contact with him, I think he's from the Netherlands.
Regardless,
get him to hit us up.
Regardless, like we said, welcome to the show, John.
Yeah, we are very glad to have you here.
Yep, we're super thrilled that you joined us. And
our show grows slowly, but it does grow.
It's fun. We do it because we enjoy it.
Yeah,
we don't really
we're not even making money doing this right now.
I mean, we make money off the shirts if they buy shirts or mugs or whatever. But that's not the end game. But
end game is to be able to do this like at least every other day. would be nice.
That would be cool.
Or at
That would
least
be cool as
more
shit.
More than once a week.
Yeah, I mean, if we could make a living doing this, then yeah, sure, we'd do it in a heartbeat. You know,
Yeah,
share
just
us with
make-
your
just,
friends and
Yeah, subscribe. You know, hit the bell so you can, you know.
be notified when we go live.
Right.
We
You come in at a good time. You know, we're going to get into Conspiracy Corner, which you're going to get a good kick out of, and that's just it's all funny. And I talk about Sasquatch and aliens, and
Yep, we have a good time. So anyway, let's continue here. I don't even know what we were talking about now. Oh yeah, we were talking about butt gig.
Butt gig.
I mean, I really don't have a whole lot to say other than the fact that he's been MIA for 2 months. Nobody noticed. He's been drawing a check from the taxpayers, and he should resign his position.
Which brings up the whole idea of if we don't notice you're not there, then we don't need your job. Let's get rid of it. Let's save the taxpayers some money.
No. Can't do that because the government knows how to spend your money better than you do.
You probably just broke somebody's eardrum.
Probably, but it's whatever. Sorry if I hurt anybody's eardrums. But I mean, you know, it brings to mind the guy from the Spider-Man movies that just.
Oh yeah.
You know.
we need to make that a sound clip.
Yeah, we really do.
Because some of his stuff like, no, shut up, get out of here.
No, shut up, get out. So, regardless, there's a whole conversation going on in the chat.
I'm trying to read
right
it,
here.
but actually
And,
stay focused. Too. I may
to
have to go back and read it later.
Yep, we're gonna have to go back to that. We'll circle back, as the SAC would say.
Shall we go to Conspiracy Corner?
I mean, are you ready to unveil the new look of Joe's Conspiracy Corner?
Yes, I am.
So, welcome to Joe's Conspiracy Corner. Go for it, Joe.
All right. I gotta get my music going. All right.
This cracks me up every time. What do we got today, Joe?
All right, so there's actually been a UFO sighting in Chicago.
What?
It is and apparently the video shows. I can't show you the video because I don't have it in the repository. Okay, so apparently it's one of the clearest UFO sightings ever, says The Sun, from this video from Chicago. Former Air Force officers share evidence, tales of UFO encounters, the truth as we know it. City with most UFO sightings in the U.S. revealed after thousands of bizarre alien spottings. Robbie Williams asked to help UFO hunters search for aliens. Okay, so I've got a video, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the music for a second. All right, Justin, can you full screen me?
I sure can.
I don't think I can full screen the video.
It's fine.
I hope y'all can see it. Okay, so we apparently have made contact with aliens.
Oh, God.
This is a big deal. A very big deal.
Is it?
But hold on, I want to read the Bigfoot news first, because I kind of want to end with this.
Man, you got to make up your mind here.
Well, I forgot. Okay, so that's kind of the finale, because that's a big deal. So, looks like a fuzzy giant, the legendary Lake Worth monster, is truly, the truth is well blurry. But just like all the other videos, they're all blurry.
Yeah,
There's
I mean,
a
makes sense.
Bigfoot festival and race taking place at Santa Rosa Soccer and Horse Complex.
What in the Dale yeah is this?
Oh, that's funny. Okay, you got us?
Yep.
All right, let me make sure. All right, so we have made contact with aliens, guys. So, here we go. This is proof.
Oh my gosh, y'all, while we were distracted yesterday, this happened.
An update on the mystery radio signal yesterday. Please just bear with us while we catch everyone else up. While we were reporting, Top scientists were crunching numbers and running algorithms trying to nail down just what that mysterious radio signal was. Turns out, it is first contact. Extraterrestrials have contacted us from the galactic center. The signal packets and repeating polarization patterns and breaks form a repeating signal that was decoded from high scramble and static to reveal the repeating message. Now, they just have to figure out what it means.
Oh God!
I had to do that.
And this has been Joe's Conspiracy Corner. Okay, you can turn that off.
I know. I was waiting for the thing to go.
Well, no, it doesn't have any sound when I'm on.
We were distracted.
Yeah, shut it up!
Shut up, lady.
Let's go, Brandon. How about that?
Even the aliens don't like him.
Yeah, even the aliens don't like Brandon. So
were y'all able to see that? Like, it was kind of small, but I'm hoping you're able to see that.
I could see it.
Okay.
If they're full screen, they could probably see it. Regardless, let's go, Brandon. You know what they're saying, ho?
You know, them aliens up there like, you know what they're saying, ho? They're like this. They're like,
oh my God! Please take it off.
Oh yeah, Jonathan, this is my hat. Hope you like it.
This is the conspiracy hat. So we typically do a Joe's Conspiracy Corner and Justin's Financial Corner, but I really don't have anything for Justin's Financial Corner today. So Jonathan loves the hat, so that's good. What are you doing? I don't really have anything.
But we were going to talk about, there was some stuff. Like the debt ceiling and all that good stuff.
I don't really want to talk about the debt ceiling because that's bullshit.
So you got nothing?
I got nothing, man.
You got nothing.
I literally, like, this week has been really quiet. Oh, I do have something. You can go ahead and get there.
Okay.
So.
Penny, nickel, dime, quarter. Let's learn. Penny, nickel, dime, quarter. Let's learn. Money, money, money in my pocket. Money, money, I know how to count it. Money, money, money in my pocket. Money, money, I know how to count it.
So, Matt, what is your question for Justin's Financial Corner? Let me cover what I've got, and then I'll get to your question. So,
oh, that's funny.
Citadel is actually filing a lawsuit against the SEC for their IEX routing. The GameStop report came out. I forgot about this. The GameStop report came out. Basically says that AMC, Nokia, BlackBerry, Naked, all those other meme stocks.
I still get Naked confused with a Naked Juice.
It's Naked brand. It's an apparel company. So regardless, those companies did not have drastic short positions like GameStop did, which is what we've all been saying to begin with. So they did, however, note that the short positions for GameStop have not been closed. They have not been covered. The squeeze is not squoze.
Squeeze is not squoze?
The squeeze has not squoze. We're not leaving. Also, they put a golden Harambe statue in front of the bull on Wall Street.
Really?
Really. And it was beautiful.
I gotta see this.
Yeah, you need to... Hold on. Let me...
Put one in the links repository over there.
Repository. This is not going up your butt gig. Okay?
I just realized I said that.
Let's see here.
Oh my God. Oh.
They also put about 10,000 bananas underneath the bull statue.
Oh man.
So, I don't know if you know this, but Apes ain't leaving. Okay, that's how this goes. Okay, we're not leaving. We're not fucking leaving. Okay, we're not going anywhere.
According to the organizers, though, the statue was meant to symbolize wealth disparity. But if you know,
okay, for one, know. If you really think that is meant to talk about wealth disparity, you are sadly mistaken. So I'm putting the link in there right now.
And it's just showing how bananas Wall Street has become.
Yeah, it's definitely what it means.
That's what Yahoo News is saying.
Yeah. So yeah, 7-foot bronze statue of Harambe, the gorilla that started it all. So, you want to pull that up, Joe? On the on the old computer
so
door.
Apparently, some of the rallying cries are "Dicks out for Harambe."
Okay, listen. I don't know if you know anything about this community, but
wait, what's going on? There's the bull. Wait, we doing the picture or the video?
Well, I didn't know there was a video in that article actually, but go for the video.
Okay, we'll see what it's about.
Because I'm sure it shows Harambe in all of his glory. What
things are happening?
What in the X is over there in the corner?
Oh crap!
What in the hell?
What the? Okay. Are you ready? Are you good?
Yeah, it's on there already.
What? Just work. Just work. There we go. Oh,
first off,
that's a lot of bananas.
It is a lot of bananas.
I like that they went through the detail of putting the plastic underneath it so people could still eat them.
So, yes, because the community is full of good people. Okay? The community is planning to feed people with those bananas. Like, those bananas have been donated to food banks to feed people. You know who wouldn't have fucking done that? Ken Griffin at Shitadell. Fuck him. He sucks. The squeeze is not squoze. I want Lambos. It's food stamps or Lambos, motherfuckers. Food stamps or Lambos. You hear me? We're not leaving.
So guys in the chat.
I ain't selling shit.
Guys in the chat.
DRS your shares.
We're thoroughly convinced that Harambe had news to convict Hillary Clinton. Or what was it? What was the saying? The reason they shot Harambe was because he had evidence that could lead to the
conviction of Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, that's
correct. That is the entire reason that Harambe was shot and killed.
He was going to tell the kid, the information, and then they shot him.
Yeah, that's another part of Joe's Conspiracy Corner. I just put your thing back up. So, eventually, I would like to have a Justin's Financial Corner picture.
You got to make that. Or I can get Beth to make it.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can do that. Anyway, the fact that anyone involved with the Clintons dies is crazy.
Yeah.
Also, more Joe's Conspiracy Corner. This turned into Justin's Conspiracy Corner. You saw that Alec Baldwin shot and killed someone on the set of his new movie Rust, right?
Yeah, So
the prop gun had a live round in it.
Weird thing about that, I did not think prop guns could actually shoot real bullets.
Oh, they can. They're meant to fire blanks.
Right. But usually in a gun, there's like a blank, there's like a thing in the gun, I think that keeps...
no, the blanks don't have a bullet in them. They're crimped at the end.
But there's also something they put, I believe they supposed to put on the gun.
Yeah, they're supposed to, well, not real. Okay.
I'm going to look it up.
So, damn it, now I got to find this on the conspiracy Reddit because that's where I saw this. where did it go? Okay, so I'm going to send this over to the link repository.
Did you see the Alec Baldwin quotes that were going like viral? Like something like do something like try as hard as you can, even if it takes more than one shot.
Oh god!
Like, oh my gosh!
Holy shit! He shot one bullet and it killed one person and injured another. Anyway, go to the Discord link repository.
I think that's it.
So anyway, so
is there a video or
no? There's no video.
Like
it's basically
okay. There we go.
So the shooting victim was the wife of Latham and Watkins' lawyer. They represented the Clinton campaign when they were indicted by the special counsel investigating the Russia probe.
Shit, son. Like, what the hell?
What the fuck is happening here?
Like, how does that even happen?
Exactly.
Okay, so if you don't believe in a shadow government,
so we all know that the people who are in government are not the ones running the government. That's what crony capitalism is. So anyway, but yeah, Brandon Lee, he got shot and killed by a prop gun. There was another guy, another super famous actor that shot himself in the head with a blank. Because blanks, they may be crimped at the end and have like a cotton wad, but they still expend pressure, and that pressure has to go somewhere. And if you've got
but you got to have it like right there.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. Now Brandon Lee got shot by a prop gun that was loaded with a real bullet, not a prop bullet. Because so the difference between a prop bullet and a real bullet is that the prop bullet looks like a real bullet, but it doesn't have any powder in it.
Okay.
No powder, no priming caps.
This is very strange, though.
But this shit with Alec Baldwin takes the cake. Because we all know how anti-Trump Alec Baldwin is. You know, he did Trump on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
But the fact that he shot the wife of the Latham and Watkins lawyer, what the fuck? Okay? Like, yeah, exactly. Put the hat on.
I need this right now.
Yeah, so
it's giving me comfort.
Dude, shit's getting crazy, dude. And, you know, I'm ready to boog. Like, I'm really ready to boog. So, Jonathan, the answer to your question is, fuck no, I don't like Trump. Do I believe he was a better president than Joe Biden? Absolutely. Do I think he was a shit human being? Absolutely.
We try to use common sense and logic here. Like, obviously, like Trump was an idiot.
So here's
he did
our
good
thing.
Things.
You can like a president's policy and hate him as a person.
Right. Joe Biden, we just hate all around.
Yeah, Joe Biden, I hate his policy and his personage. So, let's go Brandon, you know. Also, let's see. Yeah, it's, you know, when you find like-minded individuals, it's important to...
Believe it or not, Jonathan, a lot of us actually do think that way over here. Like, we're not as split as the media tries to make it out to be.
Oh, no, we're just as split as the media tries to make it out to be. It's just that it's a
very because small... we don't talk to each other.
No. It's a very small percentage of people that we're split against. It's not the country as a whole. Like, the majority of the country doesn't like the shit that's going on. Like, we're not these social justice warriors. We don't really give a shit about what you do in your own
stuff that's going on in America
life.
Is because we've given too much
power to the government.
But I'm not so much that is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about we've given too much platform and too much say and power to people
to
who
a
do not
very
make
small,
up a minority, or do not make
to
up
a very
majority.
small minority of people. So you've got people like ye old
Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, Representative D. Twitch,
who obviously is extremely far left, dumber than a sack of rocks, but gets all the media attention and all the press coverage, and she's more concerned with the farting cows than she is with anything else.
Okay, so yeah,
while she drives her fucking Tesla to Whole Foods.
See that, and that's one thing that's really getting on my nerves. Is they're trying to it kind of branches off into another thing. We can touch that after we get done. But yeah, I mean, these people are.
We're at the bullshit portion of the show.
But
this is where we're at now.
But okay, so they banned gas powered lawnmowers, leaf blowers, and string trimmers in California, right?
Oh no, it gets better. They banned any big rig that's not of a certain age.
Really?
Yeah.
That's just stupid. Okay, so what they're saying though,
also in 25 years, you have to have an electric rig to go into California. Also, those don't fucking exist yet.
Yeah. Well, they do.
They're just not efficient.
Yeah, Tesla's got one going
They're
on.
not commercially available.
Right,
You can't
right.
fucking buy them.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about? Not to mention, you're killing the planet by mining the rare earth minerals it requires to fucking make electric cars.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. See, okay, so they're saying
The safer option, the better option is hydrogen fuel cell cars that require a much smaller battery. They have a fuel source that's environmentally friendly. It's the most abundant gas in the universe. Why are we not funding this? Ah, that's right, because it's not solar or wind.
And because a lot of people can probably acquire it without spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like once they get their car converted, you can actually make your own hydrogen stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to depend on the government.
Yeah. That's why like these
Or
cars
anything.
that can run off of like grease are not just put out there in the open for everybody.
So Jonathan, we come from an area of the country that is very rational.
I don't know if I'd
very
say that.
common sense oriented.
Well, see, we come from a part of the country where you're either like hardcore Trump or a hardcore liberal. Like, there's not too many.
There's not a whole
in-between.
lot of in betweens.
So,
but here's the thing about
we had
Americans,
parents though that whooped our asses when we were
That's
growing
true.
up. And they were like, "You little shits are not going to grow up to be dumbasses.
Listen here, you little shit.
like you are not going to grow up to be stupid."
So,
and
I'm
like,
still on the screen share.
and
Anyway.
so like we didn't. So like that's just what we do. We just try to make sense of everything and try to do it from a non-biased perspective.
Yeah, and Jonathan, you're right. The truth is in the center. It really is, and that's what most people of our political beliefs would agree on. That center is better than far left or far right. Like, so personally, my take on abortion is that I don't advocate it. I don't believe in it. I don't believe that you have the right to kill another human being. But is it any of my business? Absolutely not.
And we definitely don't feel like anything like the government should have a say in it.
No, the government
whether
should not
right
have
or
any
wrong
say.
or whatever.
That is a decision between you and your doctor and God.
Right.
And if you decide to suffer the consequences of your own actions, more power to you. As long as you're not hurting me or any of the people that I love, I don't care.
Like, don't come asking me for
Would
donations
I-
to Planned Parenthood because I'm not giving them to you.
Would I give you the green light to get an abortion if you asked me? No. That's not something that I agree with, but I understand that it's not my position. That's just like weed. If you want to go smoke weed, I don't care. Go smoke weed.
Probes, I think what he's saying is if it was like another woman, not like if it was a woman pregnant with his kid. Because yeah, if I would say you have more of a choice, you have more of a say because it's your kid. But
Right. So okay, let me rephrase what I said. It's a decision between the mother, the father, the doctor, and God.
Right. Now I feel that
Now, if I were to have Yes, Matt, there should be no taxpayer funding for any of that.
Right.
But I don't know what you're trying to say, Kyler. Anyway, I think Kyler may be behind a little bit.
Kyler, make sure you hit the live button on the corner of the video and make sure you're...
Regardless, I think this is probably the most interactive and talkative audience that we've had to date.
It's also one of the biggest audience we've actually had consistently.
Yeah. Like, it's been a solid 7 the entire time. I really did.
So I got to know, Jonathan, how did you find us?
Yeah, for real. How did you find us, Jonathan? That's
like, if you're all the way in the Netherlands, I literally have to know.
Hold on. The bigger question is, are you actually in the Netherlands or are you in the States?
You're just from the Netherlands.
From the Netherlands. And how did you hear about our podcast, or how did you find said podcast?
We will wait patiently.
We will patiently wait while we.
If the math thing,
calculating
what is the thing called that sends you things?
He is in the Netherlands. We've got a global reach, baby.
Whoop, whoop. And the Netherlands is actually a cool place to have a reach to. Like,
when I'm drunk, I love to interact. I like him. I like this guy.
We actually
can we keep him?
We don't get drunk, but
Heineken. That's not bad.
We do enjoy a beverage while we're talking.
Good old American craft beer.
I'm just drinking Red Stripe because it was what was in the
Jamaican
fridge.
Shit beer.
Hey, it was what was in the fridge. I didn't want to drink my good wine.
Well, for one, I wanted to drink some of your good wine. For another, that shit's awesome.
Oh yeah, we picked up a bottle of Purple Toad, caramel apple. I guess it's like a seasonal wine for that company.
Yeah,
pretty excellent.
It's awesome. See now, Jonathan, that's where we're gonna fight because
oh gosh, you're gonna get he's a craft. See, Justin is a craft beer guy.
I brew, so beer is not beer. You have beer. And then you have wishes it was beer. Heineken doesn't fall into the wishes it was beer. Heineken's good. I like Heineken. I'll drink Heineken all day. It's when you get into the
like the Bud Light,
Budweiser, Busch, Miller Lite.
It's the cheap beer. I call it the cheap beer.
No, Dutch beer is excellent. Don't get me wrong.
No, see, like Heineken though, that's like a class. That's up there with like Miller High Life.
Just don't even put that in the same. No.
You
be quiet. You don't know anything about beer because you don't drink beer that much.
I'm more of an ale and cider guy and a wine guy.
Ale is beer. How many times do I have to tell you that, man?
Yeah, I don't call it.
Regardless.
Shut up. Just go.
Regardless. Okay. So, Jonathan, I'm super glad that you tuned in and that from the bottom of my heart, I really hope that you come back and you watch on a regular basis. And, tell your buddies, tell your friends, be like, hey, these guys over in America, they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, because I would love more Netherlands. I love the Netherlands people, man.
Yeah, what time is it? What time is it there right now? Like, that's what I really want to know. What time is it in the Netherlands? Which I could look it up, but I'm lazy. So,
Okay, the Old Norse is called ale beer. Okay. I saw true.
What?
5:18. Is that AM or PM?
That would be
probably
AM, I do believe. Damn, that's an early start. Because, yeah, it would be AM because it's like almost 10:30.
Dang. We may not reach the Netherlands.
Yeah, probably not. But you can always watch after the fact.
It uploads and you can always go back and watch it.
Yeah, it's 5:18 in the morning.
He's still awake. He was partying. He was hitting it hard last night, man.
Yeah, we're gonna like Jonathan.
Are you going into Saturday? I think no. Yes. Are you going into Sunday? I think
I'm super confused. Regardless, So, I don't know. I think we've just kind of like went way off the rails at the end of the show here because of, our new friend.
Okay, yeah. Well, I got excited because we have somebody from freaking Netherlands.
It's pretty
listening to
awesome.
us.
I'm not gonna lie. It's,
That's
it's
awesome.
dope.
So, Jonathan, we started this show. Man, we're coming up on a year, aren't we?
Not quite.
No, we started at the beginning of this year, didn't
I think we started at like March. I think was our first episode.
I don't remember. I have to go back. There's a timestamp on on the audio where we recorded that first show. So
yeah,
I'm gonna look at it. But we haven't been on too long. Like we just started the show not too long ago.
Kyler retracted his message. I caught it,
was
but
long.
I don't know what it said anymore.
Well, good man. Like
yeah,
okay,
that's,
so
that's
every
fantastic.
Every Saturday night, and it's 8:30 our time.
Yeah,
8:30 Central Time. 8:30 Central Time.
Yeah, Kyler, you dick. Matt was reading that.
Yeah, 8:30 Central Time. That's when we start. And you may, I wouldn't say take any. Like it's not going to be before 8:30.
Oh no! And if it is, we're going to let everybody know.
Right.
Because like the 9/11 special, we did it prior to. We started it at 7:30 instead of 8:30.
Yeah. Like we have specials, we may do it. But if we have more people from the Netherlands, we may start later. I mean,
I don't know about later, but for sure. And I mean, what we really need to do is we really need to start recording the audio and putting it into Spotify and all that stuff. Because honestly, like,
I mean, if we're actually growing like this, we need to.
Yeah, we got to get back on that.
I'm glad all you guys showed up to listen, though, man.
Now,
like this is a good little show.
I did start us a Rumble account.
Yeah.
But we're not going to live stream on Rumble. We're going to continue to live stream on YouTube.
And just take it from YouTube.
So
and
nothing
upload it to
changes.
Rumble.
We can save the video from YouTube and upload it to Rumble.
Sounds good.
So that part is going to stay the same for now. Don't know how long because honestly we keep getting flagged for bullshit reasons on YouTube. And I'm pretty not happy about it.
Where's our shirts at?
Well, for one, you're going to have to go to your messenger and click the link that I sent you. All the way at the bottom.
All the way at the bottom. Nope.
What in the hell? Hold on. I can send it again.
Yeah, send it to me again because, Because now we have merch. And is it like set up where they can buy it?
It is. I sent it to you again, buddy.
Now we don't.
Oh, you weren't in my convo. You were in Mom's convo for some reason.
Well, I saw Blackman or back or whatever. I don't know which.
Yeah, Jonathan, we love doing it. It's it's just something that we started doing just because we like. For one, it gives us an outlet to talk about our political views without blasting them all over Facebook.
Yeah, ask our friends. They don't like hearing our political views.
They really don't.
We have some liberal. Well, I guess you'd say they're our friends, but they're not like our buddies.
So I've got the screen share up. You can show off our. So go. It's on the second page. The Freedom of the Thing shirt. Well, all of those are Freedom of the Things, but we've got hoodies. We've got shirts. We got tank tops. You're in apparel at the moment. Hold on. I'll go over there.
Oh wait, I got it.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, Matt, special order just for you.
Is
an Embers of Liberty mug.
You couldn't do the whole thing black?
No.
Stupid.
Damn it.
16 damn dollars for a mug.
Hey, dude, I don't make the prices.
Sheesh.
Just
how much of that did we get?
Close to half, I think.
Okay, that's fair. So really, you're paying about $7 for it and giving us $7.
Matt, there is a way that can happen. So we will do it. So I honestly didn't have a whole lot of time to do a bunch, but Joe, pull up the shirts again and go to the new glorious freedom and the thing.
What?
There's a new shirt.
Oh, okay.
That
My butt's starting to hurt.
Yep, apparel. Just go to the second page. The middle shirt. Yep. So, get you some Embers of Liberty apparel. This one,
What's it say?
freedom, and the thing. So,
It's on the back.
yeah, the standard logo's on the front.
That's
and
hilarious.
if you read the description, like if you could zoom in, it's Joe Biden inspired freedom, and the thing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
$27 damn dollars. What's his website?
It's in the description. This is on the Teespring. So, anyway, to date we've sold one shirt.
Well, nice.
And Sam
Oh.
at work. But anyway, yeah.
But if we do get half of it, you are, contributing to the show, and we're not like putting it in our pockets. Like I would, if you agree, like we're going to be using it to buy better things for our
correct. Yep.
show. We're not putting it in our pockets.
It's not going to go in our pockets. It will be to better the show.
One thing we really sorely need is a good podcast table. Like right now, we literally are just using a fold-up table.
Yeah, it frankly it sucks.
And we need
ideally
some good chairs. My butt
new
starts
chairs.
hurting. My butt really hurts.
I'm sitting in a
show.
camping chair, dude. Like
And I'm
it's
sitting in
super
just like
uncomfortable.
one of those little simple like $25 like rolly chairs.
Yeah. So, we'll wait on Jonathan to get back. He's going to empty the bladder.
Kyler, it is in the description.
It's in the description
Pay
of
attention.
the episode. He's what he says in the about page.
Oh, I got you.
And we can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll definitely do that. But I'm pretty much out of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we'll wait until Jonathan
This
gets back.
has been a really fun show. I've really enjoyed this one.
Yeah, especially now that we got somebody from the Netherlands
Yeah.
watching, man.
Pretty
cool.
So it's one of those things, we're growing, and that's the important part. We need people to see what we're doing and join in and talk to us and the thing. But if there's something that we say or whatever that you think we should put on a t-shirt, send it.
Let's put
send
it
it
this way.
send it to the Discord.
Let's
If you're
put
in
it
the
this way.
Discord, send it to the Discord.
If you got something funny and we approve it, you'll get a free shirt.
Yeah. Oh, also, we are indeed getting a Hambo
Hambo.
for a pig shirt.
Oh.
Rambo Pig, aka Hambo. Yeah.
Probst. Did you hear what Probst said?
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong.
Well, we always try to end it about 10:30.
Yeah, that's true. We really do.
And we're about 2 minutes from that, so.
So
Yeah, we like kind of throwing around the bull at the end.
Yeah, it's
John and
so here's the thing though. We've been friends for what, almost 25 years now?
Something like that. 25, probably a little less than that. I think it was about what?
It's probably at least 20 years. We've been out of high school for 10.
But we really became friends on what,
Like the 4th grade.
Yeah, something like
Yeah, so it's probably close to like 16, 17 years. Well, 18. 18 years.
Yeah, it's definitely been a long time.
It's been a really long time. And we've
might die together on the battlefield one day.
correct. And we've had our disagreements, we've had our fights, but at the end of the day, first off, we're family. Joe, your mic cut out. What in the hell? Why is it doing this? I think
It just gets pissed and cuts off.
Maybe your wire is getting pulled somewhere and it's
Maybe.
disconnecting
It'd
up
be all
top.
right. It'd be all right.
Regardless. The fuck are you talking about, Kyler? I'm not speechless. I've never been
New can of
speechless.
Heineken. Okay, so Jonathan, we just got to give you some background. So this pig here is representative of the boog. and I'm sure you've heard of the Boogaloo, where
if you don't know what the
fan.
Boogaloo is, it's basically the people that are willing to fight the government if it comes to that.
Yeah, when the crap hits the fan.
That's
so
the
the
boo.
pig. If you've ever seen the movie Red.
Oh God, yeah, we gotta play him the pig. Oh God.
Send it to the repository.
I'll send it in just a second.
We can't show too much of it, or we're gonna get booted. Remember?
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Oh, the guys will. They don't show it again. Yeah, we might get booted.
No, we're not gonna get booted. It's not long enough that it'll flag it.
Like we just show I'm getting the pig part. We don't have to show the rest. We can explain the rest.
Well, that's all this is. It's like 8 seconds long, dude.
Yeah. So if you've seen the movie Red with
yeah,
Bruce
we watched
Willis.
like 10 minutes of the movie last time, and that's why it booted us, dude. It's over there.
It's over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. Don't want to play it there. All right.
Gabriel Singer.
Friend, I never thought I'd say this.
I am getting the pig!
And there it is. That's the pig.
Yeah, I'm getting out of there.
Yeah, get out of there before they boot us.
Okay. So, Jonathan, what it is eventually he pulls a grenade launcher
Out of
the
said pig.
and blows the shit out of a woman that's following them.
Well, no, he doesn't kill the woman that's following them with it. Bruce Willis shoots it at that guy that's on
right.
top of the storage container, and it's freaking
That's
hilarious.
right.
And then Bruce Willis shows up.
Yep.
You know, because that's an old classic. But correct, John. I think we agree on that point.
Yeah.
Interventionism is not the way that we want to do business. We want to take care of the homeland, and yeah, because we're at the end of the show, dumbass. Kyler's my cousin, by the way, so that's just how
and
we roll.
Kyler is the Relic 226.
Yeah. You can send him hate mail on PlayStation if you want.
Is that his PlayStation tag?
No.
Oh.
Correct. Yep. You're definitely.
So like our thing with Afghanistan was we didn't like how violently we pulled out of there. But
it was okay.
We were there already, but we shouldn't have been there to begin with.
At some point, you have to accept the fact that we broke it. We bought it.
Right.
We shouldn't have been over there to begin with.
But we were already
But
there.
we were there, and honestly, we were there before we could even, before we could have formed our own political opinions. We were already in Afghanistan, so it's pointless to say that we shouldn't have been there because we didn't really have political beliefs at that point. We just knew that we had gotten attacked.
In 6th grade.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
that's when 9/11 happened. Was when we were in 6th grade.
But at a certain point, you either cut your losses or you accept that you now own it.
Yeah.
And
And that's kind of the way I see it: is either conquer it or leave it alone.
the fact that we just let it continue and stayed and did all the things that we did, and then to pull out precipitously and just abandon the people that were there, that's what I have a problem with. I don't think that we should have been there, but at the same time, I understand why we were there, and I understand that we should have stayed there. So, but
Maybe
anyway,
not in a large force, but in some way,
in a small capacity,
just in enough way to keep the void from being filled with bad people.
Right. So, anyway,
Later, Kyler. Yeah, we're
later, Kyler.
We're about to log.
We're
off,
wrapping up, and it's been. Biden's not threatening anybody.
Yeah, they're not taking him seriously at all.
Like,
I mean, he's threatening them with his words.
The simple fact of the matter is that China's a threat to us. Kind of, not really though. Only in the sense that they have the hypersonic missile that they tested. But the U.S. is an ally to Taiwan. We do have business.
See, so here's the thing. like, we have our political beliefs of non-interventionism. We can't necessarily go into action with them right now because of the fact that we have already our country's already dedicated itself to so many people.
Jonathan, the left in the United States takes bad words seriously. So, I mean, you basically have China in America in the form of the communist left, and it's a huge problem. So, but that's where we're headed, and honestly, at this point,
I believe we are heading. We both believe we're inevitably heading toward a war with China.
well,
no matter what our political views are.
It's
about
not
it.
that I believe that we're headed towards a war with China. I think we're headed towards World War III.
Oh yeah, like World War III is coming, man.
And
Jonathan, you need to get your ham radio.
Unfortunately,
So that way we can link up with you.
Unfortunately,
I'll get a ship.
If World War
Hijack a
III is fought with nuclear weapons, World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, Jonathan, I'm with you. I think Russia will join China.
We agree completely, and it
will not be a good day.
It's not going to be a good day, but honestly, like, man, I just want to shoot some stuff.
Bro,
So,
do you have a ham radio? Ham radio cast. I've never heard of that.
Yep, exactly. So, it has been 2 hours on the dot.
Or are you saying like we can do the broadcast over ham radio? That would be cool. Welcome to Joe and Justin's Into the World radio show.
Yeah, for real. But
then you like hear Justin scream. It's like, ah! Oh, sorry, just a radiated cockroach. We're good. We're good. We're good. You're like, pow, pow, pow.
No, you'll just hear the gunshots. Thanks for joining, Jonathan. Like I said, give us a like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. You'll get notified when we go live. And we truly hope to see you again.
Yep. We'll be back next Saturday, same time.
Same time, same channel.
And if you show up late, like I said, you can always go back and watch.
Yeah,
You know,
for real. I mean, we archive the videos, so you'll be able to you can go watch any of them. But anyway,
it was good seeing everybody. Well, good talking to everybody. I guess we didn't see you, but you saw us. And I'm Joe.
I'm Justin. And
tally ho,
lads.